Welcome to episode 52 of the Mullins Over Music Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Austin Mullins, and this week's kind of a short one due to some technical difficulties at the end there. But I hope you guys enjoy it nonetheless. It's with Mari of Perfect Nightmare. Awesome person, awesome vocalist, and I know you'll enjoy this episode. So go ahead and take a listen. Welcome, everyone, to the Mullins Over Music Podcast. I'm your host, at least until the robots take over, Austin. And I am here with a special guest. I'm going to let them introduce themselves to you. And we're going to do this slightly different. After they introduce themselves, they're going to give you a fun fact. I told them beforehand. So they've known for about a minute and a half now. So I'm sure they've got a great one for you.
Yeah, what's up? My name is Mari, and I do vocals for the band Perfect Nightmare. Um, and normally I feel like my fun fact is the fact that I'm in a band and, do vocals and stuff like that. But I guess aside from that, fun fact about me is I am kind of a girly girl and I'm obsessed with nail polish. So I have like a massive nail polish collection, and I've never been to a nail salon and gotten my nails done. I've always just done my own nails, and yeah, so that's the other thing that I obsess over besides music.
That's fair. I like that. Well, of course, our second question, as always, is the fun question. Not that they all aren't fun, but these are interesting, non-music at all related questions. Okay, here's one. Um, mm, what is your most questionable haircut or fashion moment?
My most questionable haircut or fashion moment. Um, I think there's maybe a few. Maybe, you know, looking back at like some photos or videos from shows, like, why did I wear that?
I'm sure we
y-
all have that.
yeah, um, yeah, and like when I was in high school, I used to get like violet red highlights in my
Okay.
hair, which I mean was pretty cool, but it would always like fade to like this orange color, um, which wasn't my favorite. So I think that was kind of questionable because I would let it just be this like weird looking orange cover color forever until I finally decided to go get my hair done again.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. I like it. Great question. Or I mean, answer, not great question. I mean, honestly, it's a pretty good question too. I like it.
Yeah, it is. It is a good question.
So let's get into it. Let's get into some music stuff because that's what the people are here for. So we're gonna start with the most obvious one, and this is sort of your origin story, superhero origin story, if you will, of how you became to be who you are today.
Um,
You can go as far back as you want, go into as much detail as you want. We want to hear it. We want to hear all of it. You talk for as long as you want. I've got plenty of time, so go for it. I want to hear it.
okay. Okay, yeah. So I think for a long time I like enjoyed music since I was like really, really young. Um I always remember like my dad would be listening to like different, rock and metal bands, and I would always hear it coming from the garage. So it would be like Metallica and Alice in Chains and Ozzy and stuff like that. I just remember from a very young age, like always hearing stuff like that and always being interested um, in that kind of heavier sound, I guess. So I was like drawn to the music, I think, from listening to, the same bands and stuff like that that my dad would listen to. And um, so, um, I started getting um, into like playing guitar a little bit, like just a little bit, maybe for a couple of years,
Yeah.
you know, took, guitar class in middle school, whatever. Um, because I was kind of into some guitar oriented bands like, Bullet for My Valentine. It's just a band that I really, really enjoyed for a really long time and I still do. And so I started playing guitar. I just thought it was cool for a little bit. And then um you get more into like metal and discover different bands, and I started discovering more female fronted metal bands like In This Moment, Arch Enemy, Kitty, bands like that.
All
And
fantastic bands.
yeah, yeah. So discovering more bands like that and seeing that there was, women that could do vocals like this as well. Um, so that like made me want to do it, made me want to give it a shot. And so, I was in high school and I would, look up on YouTube, the tutorials and stuff, how to scream, whatever, how to growl and things like that. And
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, yeah. Um, so watched a few tutorials and kind of listened to the bands that I liked and, the vocalists that inspired me. And, I would kind of work on my vocals and practice when nobody was home and stuff like that. Um, and always wanted to start a band, I just really, really wanted to be in a band. And so I joined Valley Music Institute out of Modesto, run by Darren Morris. He gets, musicians of all ages and all skill levels, um, pairs like-minded musicians together to like form a band. You guys rehearse for like 6 weeks together. And then like at the end of the 6 weeks, you play a show. And then 2 weeks later, you play another show. Um, and he does it in these like sessions and stuff, and so you go to practice every week, um and then you prepare to play these shows with these bands that he put you in. And so um I was a part of probably at least maybe two or three um groups of people, playing covers and stuff: Metallica, Ozzy, Alice in Chains, Marilyn Manson. We would get together and just work on covers mostly. And then it wasn't until um, I met our original guitarist through VMI. We kind of got along well, and both had the same idea in mind, wanting to like start a band and write our own music and, go out there and play shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, you know, her and I had got together and um, kind of, started writing and really working on it and stuff. And, um, and it was her and I and our original lineup that we first got together with. It was like her brother and, our bassist and stuff. And,
Yeah.
um, excuse me. Yeah, we got together.
That,
We were doing the VMI sessions, still, but also writing our own stuff. And then,
yeah.
you know, um the more we practice and we're playing more shows and stuff like that, we started kind of integrating ourselves into the local scene a little bit more, because we were young and kind of considered like a youth band and stuff.
Yeah.
And so it was, I think it's a little bit hard at first when everybody's kind of looking at you as like that the youth band, the kid band. But then we slowly made our way into the local scene and, made friends with, so many people, so many local bands and stuff out there. And um, so, yeah, kind of got my start, doing that with VMI. And, you know, the band has had a lot of lineup changes throughout its existence. And even like there was a period of like 5 years where we weren't doing anything, weren't playing any shows, nothing, trying to rebuild the band after another lineup change. Um so it's been a long time, and there's been a lot of changes, but we're here now into 2025, and our current lineup has been going really well for over a year now. And we're just kind of working on new music right now. We've got a little bit of a break from shows until March, but yeah, I've been doing this for a long time, and there's been a lot of ups and downs. But all I've tried to do is, stay focused and keep pushing forward and keep working on new music and progressing and stuff, um because there's been times where going through all these changes, it puts you at a standstill. Maybe you feel like you're being held back because there's so much going on behind the scenes. But I think just kind of moving forward, focusing on the future and everything like that, and just kind of keeping up and
Yeah.
uh yeah, like staying active, going to shows, playing shows and stuff like that. So um yeah, it's been a lot over the past 10 years or so, but we just keep going just because it's what I love to do. And right now I'm working with some great people, and I appreciate all my bandmates and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been good.
Good. Well, speaking of shows that you have played, you did play one recently in December with
Hmm.
my friends and I Set to Kill and Lauren Babbitt. I don't know anybody from Stitched Up Hearts, I'm gonna be honest with you. But
Okay.
um tell me about that show, because I didn't get to go to it, even though I tried to.
Oh no, well, I'm sorry you didn't get to come.
It's because I'd have to fly across the country.
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess that's understandable.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, let's hear about that show. And then
yeah, it,
I'm gonna ask you about your upcoming one too, but we'll get
okay,
to that in a minute.
for sure, yeah. Um, it was a lot of fun. So we played, well, nobody in my current lineup, but a long time ago, Perfect Nightmare played at the Fulton 55 in Fresno, and that
Yeah.
was about 9 years ago. So it was really cool to come back after so long. So I was pretty excited about that. And all the bands just did so good that night. It was such a great show. Hill Blocks View, who are actually from Fresno, and we've played with them a few times before. Um, they did fantastic. Stitched Up Heart, Lauren Babick, I Set to Kill. Everyone was so good. So it was a lot of fun. And being able to play with other bands, with other women, um, because like all the bands are female fronted, but Hill Block's View has their female bass player.
Yeah.
Um, but it's just cool to, and myself and my drummer Emily, like to kind of have a night where it's like kind of got that theme, kind of girl power. So I
Yeah.
thought it was a lot of fun.
Well, I bet. And my cat's in a box now. Okay, that's cool. Um, yeah, they're all just such great people and they all make great music, and so do you, of course.
Thank you.
So yeah, I wanted to hear about that. Well, of course, now I have to hear about this upcoming show that I see all over here with the Iron Maidens, which is awesome.
Hmm.
Let me hear about this. How'd this come to be?
Yeah, we saw that the promoter was looking for openers for that one, and we just had to jump on it. And so we
Yeah.
shot him a message to see if he would have us, and he said yes, and we're pretty stoked about that. So I know the Iron Maidens have come through Goldfield, Roseville, maybe one or two other times. I'm not sure. I know they've played there before. Um, I'm just not sure how many times, but so it's pretty cool that we get to open this show with them. Yeah, Goldfield Roseville is probably one of our favorite venues to play. We love coming there. It's just so much fun. Um, so I'm really looking forward to that one. It's gonna be really cool. I think the other locals on that one are Wendell and the Puppets and Nova
Nova
Sutro.
Sutro. Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, yeah. So really looking forward to that one.
It looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. So,
Yeah.
well, let's talk about more of your music. Let's deep dive a little bit into how the making of a perfect nightmare song comes to be from the minds out into the world. Take me through that entire process, however detailed or undetailed you want to be. However, I mean, you can even give me the most BS answer you want to. I'll take it too.
Um, yeah, usually um my guitarist Brett will send over his ideas and stuff. Um, and I'll write some lyrics to it, I guess, depending on how I'm feeling, or if I'm, writing about something that happened to me in the past or something like that. Um, so he'll send me whatever he's got, and I'll kind of sit with it for however long I need to. There's a lot of times where, um, you know, I'm like, okay, I need to start writing lyrics for this song, but I can't just be like, okay, I'm gonna do it and
Yeah.
then sit down and start writing it. Like it has to like come to me. I can't like I don't know.
No, that makes
So yeah, so sometimes I need to like sit with it for a little bit. Like sometimes I need to sit with it for a while until something like comes to me. Um, but and then sometimes Brett and I will get together and like collaborate on lyrics, if he's got ideas for lyrics as well.
yeah.
Um, and then, yeah, once I get a final idea and a name for the song, we kind of just go from there. And then I'll go and track vocals and we get all that good stuff going. Um, so yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I just Um, a lot of our songs, I feel like I maybe write about a specific person or a, specific thing that happened to me. Um, I don't usually um, write about like, I don't know, things that aren't real or anything like that. So
Yeah.
I would say, probably every one of our songs is kind of, I guess based on a true story.
Yeah. I have a cat that has joined us.
Oh, awesome.
Tell,
Aw.
ask the question, Remy. He is not at all interested in the way I'm holding. Okay, bud. You can lay right here then. Well, now that I got that out of my chest. Well, let's talk about some nitty-gritty song. We're getting a little deep here. Now, what is your favorite song you've written that you can share with us for now? That we'll say that's out already, just in case you have some music that's your favorite now. We don't want to spoil anything until the spoiler section. But favorite song you've written that's out and why, and least favorite song you've written and why. Doesn't mean that it's the worst, doesn't mean you hate it,
Right.
but it means that on the tier list, it's got to be at the bottom.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, favorite song that we have out right now and least favorite. For favorite song, I'm probably gonna have to go with our most recent release, which is Living a Nightmare.
I
I
do
mean,
really like that one.
oh, thank you. It's been well over a year since we released that song. But I just think that it's probably my favorite because um it's newer and
That's very
the the like sound that we're going for is like we're kind of like sitting where we have been wanting to be for a while,
yeah,
like in that song. That's kind of the direction we kind of want to move towards. Um, so I really like that song, um, just because I kind of also feel like it just fits us
yeah,
um, better than maybe uh, some of the past music, if that makes sense.
yeah. That makes sense to me. Well, now you got to give me your least favorite because I'm not letting you get away with that. You gotta let me know.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, Least favorite.
Ooh,
Um,
I bet I can guess what it is. Hold on.
what is it?
Let me pull up your discography again. I listened to it all, so
Okay.
it's got to be mm, not that one, not that one. It's got to be either Your Ghost or Decay.
um,
Is it either one of those? I mean, I'm probably dead wrong, but
it's definitely not Decay. I
okay.
really love that song
I do
actually.
too, but it wasn't a single, so I had to single it out.
Yeah. And Your Ghost, that's not one of my favorites either, but I also wasn't really thinking about picking that one for my least favorite.
Okay. Well, let me hear which
For
one it is then.
my least favorite would probably be Buried Alive.
I can see why you would say that. Yeah, yeah, I can see why. It's probably my least favorite off the EP,
Oh yeah, for
but
sure.
I do enjoy it. Not saying I don't enjoy it, but
Right,
it is
no.
definitely on my tier list would be toward the bottom too.
Yeah, yeah. Um
Okay. I
yeah, I mean
respect
it
that answer.
yeah, I mean it's just I don't know, it's from a long time ago and um my former guitarist
Yeah.
versus my current guitarist, they, have a very like different writing style. So Buried Alive is just not where we were really looking to be and
Yeah.
not, how we were wanting to sound as a band. So
That makes sense to me. I like that answer. Let me get a little more specific. What is the hardest one for you to sing?
The hardest song for me to sing.
Yeah, out of all of your stuff.
Um,
And of course we have to know, is it on the set list?
uh, no, I don't think so. Well, I'm trying to think about it. The hardest one for me to sing. Um, I think, wow, that's a tough one. I've never really thought about that.
I know.
Um,
We got the hard hitting questions here on the podcast, okay?
um, I think it's gonna be between Dead to Me and Buried Alive. Um, just because we haven't been playing those ones. So like it's a little bit harder for me when we haven't touched a song in so long. So
That's fair. I respect the answer, although I need a second answer too. I want to hear another one. One that isn't as obvious. One that's on your set list. Let's take that. What's the hardest one on your set list?
the hardest one on our set list.
Yeah.
Well, first I have to remember our set list. Um,
I just don't remember set lists anymore. I just go, I don't know. What's that next song that we're playing? Oh, beats me.
the hardest one we play live. Um,
I think I know,
well,
but I don't
one
know
of
your
the,
set list, so
yeah.
you go first.
Well, sometimes we play a cover of Dethroned by Bad Omens, and I think that's a pretty difficult song.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I need like the cover out on like Spotify. I need to hear this
Yeah,
on the platform. So get to it.
yeah, we're that is something that we've talked about working on. So,
Well, hopefully it'll be soon because I will definitely be adding that to my like songs.
yeah, it's a really fun song to play live.
It is very
Um
difficult to do.
but it is, yes, it is a difficult one.
Okay. Well, now that we've gotten to your songs, let's pull back a little bit the curtain and let's talk about your personal influences. Give me five influences on you in this band. And it can be musical or it can be non-musical. I do like
Okay.
those. Because we're not just influenced by music, we're influenced by the things around us.
Right, yeah.
So let me hear it. Give me five of them. Five good
Five.
ones.
Five good ones. Okay. Um
And feel free to drag out an answer a little bit if you can't remember one.
okay. Okay.
I do it all the time. I'll just talk about an answer for a good minute and then I'll have my answer to the next question and I'll be like, aha, they'll never even know.
Okay, five influences. So, I guess I could start off with like Maria Brink from In This Moment.
That's a good one.
Yeah, she was a big influence on me because she was, one of the first um, women in metal that I had seen, like on TV and on the radio and stuff like that. So, um, definitely Maria Brink. I mean, I know she uses like a completely different like style of screaming than I do, but like, it was just, inspiring um seeing her do that. So, um So Maria Brink. Um, and then I think Morgan Lander from Kitty.
Okay.
Um,
That's a good one.
yeah, I think that's really like where I tried to get like my like sound from. I think I take a lot of inspiration from Morgan from Kitty. Um, I think really kind of tried to like shape my sound around like her vocals because I just think she just sounds like ferocious. I love her. So, and then um Angela Gosso from Arch Enemy.
Ooh,
Um,
that's a good choice.
yeah, just the vocals are insane, and I think she has the most intense, just monstrous stage presence. I think, when she walks out on stage, that's her fucking stage. She just commands the audience. So she's just a really powerful presence. So so yeah, I do really like her a lot. So that was three, two more.
Yes,
Uh, um,
you got this. I know you do.
two more. I guess. Um, hmm. Wow, it's tough. I didn't think that would be so tough, but it is.
Yes.
Um, two more. I guess I'm gonna go with uh I I mean, I know people might have like mixed feelings on this, but I'm gonna have to go with Marilyn Manson. I just
He is the king of shock rock. You can't deny his place in music.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Is he or is he not a piece of shit? Um, People will debate that back and forth.
yeah, yeah, and like I just, I think just how like daring he is and confident and you know, um the way he pushes boundaries and everything. So
He's
I
got some
obviously
good music.
oh yeah, I love his music and I'm not like obviously not shock rock or anything like that, but um yeah, I think just his style and just unapologeticness
Yes,
I can appreciate.
for
So
sure.
yeah, and then
You got
uh
one more.
one more,
Give me a
number
good one.
five, a good one. Okay.
I mean, not that these all haven't been good. I just give me a really good one.
A really good one. Okay.
Right.
Um, what's a really good one? I guess I'll just have to say Matt Tuck from Bullet for My Valentine. Just
Good
because
one.
that's my favorite band. And I just always looked up to him because, he's written some of my favorite songs ever.
Yeah.
I feel like I heard Bullet for My Valentine and I knew I wanted to create. And I wanted to create something that could like touch someone else the way that their music touched me,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
No, that makes perfect sense.
So, um, so yeah, I feel like that band kind of like started it all for me and like, just made me want to, um, make music as well. So,
Yeah, good choice. He owes me $5.
oh, does he?
No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't. But it would be cool if he owed me $5. So, you know what? We're gonna say in the description that Matt owes me $5, and then he'll see this video. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Big thoughts there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And then he'll get to hear you talk about how awesome he is.
I have his beanie on.
That you do. I've been looking at that beanie this whole time. I'm like, thick beanie. Okay. Well, since we've talked about influences, other artists, if you will, it's time to get it's time to expose yourself a little bit with your music listening habits. I call this the guilty pleasures of music that you like to listen to. Now, it doesn't mean you're ashamed of it. Doesn't mean you're embarrassed by it. Although, if you are, we definitely want to hear that. Um, give me some of your these are things that people don't know that I listen to type of music.
Okay. Um,
I know you've got some good ones, don't you?
Probably. I mean, I could say, I don't know, should I say Sleep Token or does everybody listen to
How would you describe it? Yes, they do all listen to it, but do people admit that they listen to it? Absolutely not.
Yeah, Sleep Token's a big one for me. And like I remember hearing them for the first time and being like, what the fuck is this? And then I like listened to them a few more times and I was like, oh my God, this is so good.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Well,
there's Sleep Token, there's
yeah,
Doja Cat. I love Doja
a
Cat.
good one.
Yeah. Um, and who else?
Hmm.
Doja Cat, and I feel like everything else is slipping my mind. Um, I don't know, maybe a little gangster rap, maybe some Easy E.
Okay, okay. You don't listen to polka music?
No, I don't know any good polka bands.
Me neither. However, I do know there's this one song called Polka Hardcore. You just type it up on YouTube and go, and I believe you just type in Polka Hardcore and it should show up. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. And it's not hardcore music. Um, yes, here it is. It's got five guys on it that look like they're about to, really engage in some hard, you know, great polka. And it's just ridiculousness.
Oh my God.
The bass is boosted to like 200%, and it's polka with just like house EDM beats on it.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like do 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 do, and then you hear whoosh, 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 whoosh.
That's fun.
It's almost unintelligible, and it's beautiful.
Wow. Nice.
I I ended up breaking a chair with speakers on it because I played that. It
That's
blew
pretty
out both the
powerful.
speakers. Yeah, I had it turned up to max, and both speakers were going. It was yeah, I broke that thing. It was bad,
Damn.
but it was fun to listen to until it blew out.
Yeah, it was fun until it wasn't.
Exactly. Well, I've got some fun rapid fire questions for you
All
that
right.
we're gonna they tend to not be rapid fire questions, so I call them semi rapid fire.
Okay.
So let's do this.
All right.
coffee or energy drinks?
Coffee.
Okay. What's your coffee order?
Um, a cold brew with half and half and two stevia packets.
Okay.
Kind of boring.
Now I respect the stevia packet. That's like a classic right there. In fact, I ain't even heard about stevia in a while. That hits a part of the brain I didn't even think about.
Yeah,
Okay. Clean tone or absolutely disgusting tone.
disgusting,
That's right.
nasty. Yeah.
Okay. Riffs first or lyrics first?
Um,
I know that it usually depends.
yeah, it depends. I'm gonna say lyrics first because, like sometimes lyrics will just come to me when I'm in the shower and then I get out of the shower and I put them down in my notes.
Yeah. So let's call out one of your bandmates who's always late.
Um,
Or is it
prof,
or is it you?
it's me. It's me. Yeah.
Man, everybody I've had on here is just outing themselves with them being late. Who forgets their parts the most?
Me.
Oh my God. Um, who would survive a zombie apocalypse the shortest amount of time?
Brett.
Okay,
Brett for sure.
good. We got a different answer. Who would who would survive the longest?
Um, who would survive the
Yeah.
longest? Probably Emily because she's always drinking energy drinks. So she would be
She
able to
would
stay
never
awake
go
the
to sleep.
longest.
Okay. Okay. Um, who touches everyone else's gear without asking?
Oh my God. Uh I don't think anyone really does that, but I feel like Brett probably knows the most and
Okay.
has the most experience. So he
Yeah.
just he
He'd just be like,
touches
look at this.
he already knows
Yeah.
things about the gear, you
Yeah, of
know.
course.
He knows like everything, so he's allowed to touch things without permission.
Fair enough. Okay. A song you wish that you wrote. It's written by anybody, but you wish you wrote it.
Wow.
Always use In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins.
Oh my gosh, there's so many.
Somebody said happy birthday,
Happy birthday.
which while iconic is in the public domain. So you ain't making much money off of that.
What song do I wish that I wrote?
I'll give you another one that I wish I wrote.
Mhm.
Um it would have to be ooh, I jinxed myself. Um Probably would have to be. I'm looking through my Spotify now because I can't remember nothing. Uh, ooh, Wait and Bleed by Slipknot. That'd be one I'd love to
Um,
have written.
I'd probably pick Shattered by Bullet for My Valentine. Is it Shatter or Shattered? My boyfriend's gonna make fun of me now because I'm such a Bullet for My Valentine super fan. Now I can't
It
remember
is
if it's
Shatter.
it's Shatter. Okay, Shatter. I wish
Yeah,
I wrote that song. That song is so good.
that's a good choice. Um, ooh, Breakdown count. Too many or not enough? Not enough breakdown or too many breakdown?
Not enough.
That's the correct answer. Have you ever played a show where nothing worked?
I'm sure, I
Yeah,
think,
a lot.
everybody has their fair share of technical difficulties. So definitely, maybe I can't remember off the top of my head, but I mean, who hasn't played a show with a shit ton of fuck ups?
Very true. Okay. We're gonna out your bandmates a little more. Or you some more. Who takes the longest to get ready?
Oh, me.
Okay. I'm like, we're probably gonna out you for this one.
Yeah.
Who is the most likely to start a side project out of nowhere?
Start a side project out of nowhere.
Yeah, like start an EDM project out of nowhere or something strange.
Something strange. I don't know. I can see maybe Brett doing that.
Okay. Who is the biggest perfectionist? Are you gonna say you again?
No, I think I'll say Brett.
Okay. I like it. Good calling him out. Who would quit music to become a famous TikToker?
I don't I don't know, maybe Emily.
I thought you were gonna say Brett again.
No.
I like it. Okay. So, ooh, what would you consider to be a perfect nightmare? Let's
A
let's play
perfect night.
let's play with the words of your band's name. What do you consider to be the perfect nightmare?
Oh man. Um I've never been asked this question.
I gotta throw you in for a loop, of course.
Yeah. The perfect nightmare. I don't know. It could be a you know, toxic situation that's not good for you, but you keep going back, maybe something like that. I mean, it's just it's kind of hard because like the way I got the band name was my original guitarist and I were like sitting in her room trying to think of a name and trying to figure out a name for the band.
That's always the hardest part.
Yeah, and so I remember we were coming up with a few names that I wasn't really a fan of, and then I was just kind of looking around the room, and I remember she had a bookshelf, and I know I like looked over and I saw the title of a book, and I blurted out "Perfect Nightmare," and I can't for the life of me remember what the title of the book was or anything. Um, but it just made me think of Perfect Nightmare for some reason. And, that was what we all agreed on and what we liked and what we thought sounded the best. And we just stuck with it. So,
I like it. Well, I had to ask that question because bet you have not been asked that question before.
no way. Nope, never.
We got to play with the words a little bit. Have a little fun with it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, ooh, what is the most interesting fan interaction you've ever had?
The most interesting fan interaction.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It can be funny, it can be serious, it can be neither. It could just be downright strange.
The most interesting fan reaction. Um, I don't think, we've had anything like too crazy, really. I've never really like signed body parts or anything like that. Yeah.
Austin Mullins. Special thanks to guest Mari of Perfect Nightmare for coming on. The outro song is Dead to Me by Perfect Nightmare. Check out Mari and Perfect Nightmare on all socials and wherever you listen to music. Also, be sure to check them out at their upcoming show with the Iron Maidens. Thanks to Mari for coming on, having a chat. Sorry we didn't get to finish, but everyone be on the lookout for part 2 in the near future. Special thanks to viewers like you. Thank you, and until next time.